I keep talking about taking one small action every week. And the last week of my life has proven why that is such a good strategy. Because when the wheels feel like they're falling off the bus and nothing goes as you planned, you have one thing you can focus on and prioritize. Hey there, friends and neighbors. Julie and Opal from Wild Homestead Living here, and I'm so grateful to be with you today. I gotta be honest with you, I wasn't sure I was gonna make it this week, and this is part of the commitment I made to show up with you authentically. I've washed my hair this week, but I haven't brushed it and I haven't braided it. It's been a doozy. It started with one of my regular cancer checkups, which are not my favorite in any way, shape, or form. And then I got sick. I had a great day at work on Saturday. We were able to restart our fireside story time at the place where I'm a ranger naturalist, but I think that the little kids got me sick, and I've been sick ever since. However, I thought it was important to show up with you authentically and check in, because these are the moments that really count. It is super easy at the beginning of the year or the beginning of the week, when you're feeling full of energy, to create lots of big, lofty goals, or really kind of generic ideas like, I'm gonna be more healthy in the future. But when the rubber hits the road and the week starts to progress and things inevitably don't go according to plan, or you feel tired, it's really easy to get lost in the weeds and get to the end of the week or the end of the year and realize that nothing has changed. But when you can hold that vision of your future state, your future dream life, and then make little tiny steps towards it, that's like the secret sauce. That's how you create the life of your dreams. And this week, my little step, as you might know if you've been checking in with me here in these videos, was to create my seed list. And despite everything being a little wonky, I was able to actually meet that goal because it was really, really simple and really attainable. So now I'm going to talk about the practical tips on seed selection and how I achieved my little step this week. If you are new to gardening and purchasing seeds, we've got some great videos on our favorite seed suppliers, and last week I talked about the two we're purchasing from. Today I'm going to talk more about the really specific logistics of how you actually select your seeds. Okay, so seed selection. For me, what I first started with was creating a list of the seeds that I still have in our seed box that are viable for this year. Then I created a wish list of the seeds that I would like in the future, and I looked at my notes from the last year of growing and marked the things that had done really well in our garden. Now again, if you are starting from scratch and you're brand new, you're probably just going to go to a seed catalog or a seed supplier. Some comparison scenarios, my garden might look really big, but relatively for a self-sufficient or self-sustaining garden, it's pretty small. I have 13 stock tanks that are 2 feet by 4 feet. So when I'm looking at seed catalogs, I'm looking for things that say high yield, compact growing, great for containers, and things that I know I can pack as much in as possible. After I had those 3 things, my stock list of what's viable, my wish list of what I want, and my notes on what worked really well, I made an outline of my garden. So these are the stock tanks that we have that are 2 feet by 4 feet, and we've got 13 of them. And then I wrote next to them the seeds that I would like to plant in each of them this spring. You might be thinking to yourself, wow, that seems like a lot of work to do before you even start gardening. But here's what I found is that the more kind of planning and prep work you can do and really thinking about what you want to implement, the better success you're going to have in your garden and the less money you're going to end up spending on seeds. Everybody I know who buys seeds has an issue with overspending. So if you are like me and like 99.9% of the other people I know, getting really clear about what you want to purchase before you open up your cart is going to really help you in the long run. So we have arrived at that moment where it's time to check in with you. Did you pick something that you were going to do in the last week? Did you make a commitment to that one small thing? I want you to check in with yourself right now and see if you did it. And if you did it, that is wonderful and fantastic and amazing. If you made the commitment and you didn't do it, this is not a time to beat yourself up. This is a time to really take an honest look at why you didn't make that commitment. Maybe you had struggles that just made it impossible. Maybe you picked too big of a thing. Whatever it is, this is a great time to reorganize your thoughts around that one small thing, to think about how you can maybe improve on it in the next week. Choosing to step off of the super highway, mainstream, mindless consumption highway is a brave act. It's something that I think more and more of us are realizing is necessary for our own thriving and our survival as a species on this planet, but it is not easy. The journey to a sustainable, healthy, nature-connected life is nonlinear. It is going to be different for you than it is for me, and it's going to be different for each of us in different seasons of our life. So this is a time to just figure out what that next small step is. Whether or not you made one in the last week, this is an opportunity, like every moment presents for us, to make a new choice. Are you ready for it? Are you ready to pick your next thing for the next week? I'm sure you can guess what mine is, which is that I'm actually going to buy the seeds that I wrote out on my list. I'm really struggling with wanting to add more things to the list. I'm really struggling with the fact that I had a crappy week and I wish I had done more, but I'm going to make the commitment here with you that we are going to let all of that go and we're just going to pick our one thing for the next week. If you're really longing to live your homestead dream, but you're just not sure where to start, or you are like, Julie, I do want to pick one thing, but I don't know what to do, then I would love for you to pick up our free quick start guide to homesteading. There are 36 different ideas in this that are great for you, whether you live in the city, country, or somewhere in between. And you can grab it on our website for free. And remember, no matter what happens this week, no matter who you are, or where you are, or what struggles you are facing, there is no one right way to homestead, only the way that's right for you.